Merry Christmas, my lovely friends. Merry Christmas. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and you're looking forward to the new year. So I did a very short kind of a Christmas session and I hope I give you some ideas what to have as a tipple on the Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. But now I'm gonna give you two suggestions for the rest of the year and maybe celebrating New Year in style. So this is probably gonna be my last video for 2022. So if you're new to the channel and you just pop in, don't forget you can always click the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video if you like what you see. So today I'm taking a little journey to the Sri Lanka or the southeast of Asia, because on my second channel, Mixology Art, I did make a first episode on how to use pandan leaves in your cocktails, preparing syrups or mango and pandan puree. And today I'll be using these two to prepare two cocktails for you. One of them it's a mango and ginger daiquiri for everybody who missing the summer and have a nostalgic time about the hot beaches. And the second one, it's the salty pandan old fashioned for everyone who likes to try something new, love old fashioned and like some exotic flavors in their drinks. So if you're ready, let's crack on. Alright, my lovely friends, many of you probably already know I have second channel. I've just started on my birthday. It's called Mixology Art. And the first episode was all about the pandan leaves. So I took a little time to prepare a pandan syrup, a pandan and mango syrup, a simple syrup called pandan brew. So if you missed that, make sure you check the link in the description and you can see how you can use pandan leaves. But today I'm going to use two of the ingredients. So I'll be using the pandan and mango puree. And of course, I'm gonna use the blended pandan syrup, simple syrup. Now with this simple syrup, you can do a salty pandan syrup, which is absolutely fine if you like to have more of the old fashions coming, which I'm gonna show you the recipe. But if you'd like to have just one to try, just use some sea salt, like a rock salt, like today in the recipe. Or if you prefer to have more after, you can always salty your pandan syrup. We'll be starting today with the mango and ginger daiquiri. Now for the mango and ginger daiquiri, I'm gonna be using Langs Mango and Ginger Rum. If you don't have this where you live, because I'm aware it's not available everywhere, you can basically use any spice rum because we have enough of the mango flavor from the other ingredients, okay? So without further ado, and don't waste any more time, let's start. First, we're gonna start with our rum, which is 45 ml or an ounce and a half. So the Langs Mango and Ginger Rum, it's absolutely amazing. And they also have banana rum. And this is a real rum, it's not a liqueur, it's nothing to do with all this stuff. It's a proper rum, just infused fantastically well with mango and ginger. Then, to bring a little bit more ginger to the scene and make a little kind of a spice hint, I'll be using 15 ml or a half an ounce or the King Ginger's liqueur. Probably one of the best liqueurs. Again, there's other substitutions out there on the market, ginger liqueur. So if you don't have these King Gingers, just see what you got available for you. Now, can be daiquiri without lime juice, but in this case, we'll be using just a half an ounce or 15 ml just to bring some acidity to the cocktail and balance all the sweetness coming from the mangoes, the rum and the liqueur. We need 30 ml or 1 ounce of mango juice, just a little bit here, there you go. And finally 30 ml or an ounce of our mango and pandan puree. So this is a real fresh mango blended and then obviously mixed with a simple pandan syrup to bring this wonderful earthiness and the vanilla hint from the pandan. Both pandan and mango are best friends, trust me. They create a fantastic, very, very flavored and unique kind of experience, flavor and aromas. So if you can watch the video on the Mixology Art and prepare this for you, you'll be very pleasantly surprised, let's put it that way. Now we need some ice, and we're gonna shake. It's just a normal daiquiri, so it's gonna be served in a cup glass. Don't need too much ice. All you need is basically just to dilute a little bit of the cocktail, mix the ingredients, chill down, and you'll be absolutely fine. Give it a shake for around 10 seconds. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, right? Ready here. Grab your cup glass. Now, just to say, you can serve this over ice, okay? If you don't want it to be like straight up as I serve, you can serve it over ice. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just gonna be a kind of a different type of daiquiri, but yeah. Give it a double strain. Here we go. Now, because you have the mango puree inside, it will go a little bit slow, but be patient. We want to stop every bit of ice coming through the shaking. Perfect. Some people ask me, oh, is it not looking better when the glass is full? No, not always, because what we're looking here is for a good amount of each ingredient and the proper balance, okay? Now, if you want it to be full to the top, I suggest maybe serving a Nick and Nora glass, bigger Nick and Nora glass, but that's entirely up to you, okay? And final touch here, we'll be garnish this with a fresh ginger candy. So this is candies made from ginger roots with crystallized sugar. They're fantastic to eat. They keep the spice inside, so I usually recommend have a little bite from the ginger candy and have a sip, okay? I'll leave it on the side, and we'll be making the salty pandan old fashioned. Okay, for the salty pandan old fashioned, I'll be using the pandan syrup, the simple syrup, but this one, as you can see, it's a very green, and the reason why it is because we blend the leaves. So again, if you want to see how to make this, make sure you check the Mixology Art, link in the description. You can watch step by step how to prepare this syrup, because I also show you how to do just a simple syrup, which is with the infusion of the pandan leaves. Here we extract every single drop of the flavor possible from the pandan leaves. Now, to make this salty, to about 250 to 300 ml of the syrup, you can just put a maximum half a spoon of the rock salt and just leave it to dissolve, and you're gonna have a lovely salty syrup. Of course, you can start with a little amount and just try. If you think it needs a little bit more, just add salt. Don't go crazy, because you can take out the salt and you're gonna ruin the syrup. So that's it, entirely up to you. In my case, I prefer, if I create one drink, just to do it on the moment, okay? So, because the rock salt is more stronger than obviously the fine salt, I just put a little bit on my bar spoon, just literally like a pinch, and pop in my mixing glass, because we need the bourbon here, okay? So what's gonna happen, we're gonna use Buffalo Trace today, or any of your favorite bourbon, and add a fairly amount of 60 ml or 2 ounces of the bourbon. So when you add this to the mixing glass, we'll give it a little stir, because we want the salt to dissolve a little bit. It doesn't have to dissolve entirely, but you want this little saltiness to go in the cocktail, okay? There you go. So think about it, basically, when you do old fashioned, instead of the sugar with the bitters, you have the salt, because our sugar is gonna come from the pandan syrup. Simple as that. Everything else is pretty much the same, but you're gonna experience totally different type of old fashioned with a little hint of the vanilla coming from the pandan leaves, a lot of grassiness and earthiness, and of course the wonderful like salty touch, which is gonna elevate even more the flavors. Okay, we are good here. Good dashes of Angostura bitter, okay? People say 3-4 dashes. I do like to make even 6 in some time, but it's up to you. Your palate, you know how bitter you like your cocktail, so entirely up to you, but at least 4 dashes. So if you use one of these dashers, 1 dash is 2 times of this, because that's how they are, the Japanese. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for me. And finally, I'm gonna go with a 15 ml or half an ounce of my blended Pandan simple syrup. This is gonna be enough sweetness, because again, if you watch the video, you see when I prepare these syrups, they are prepared like a rich simple syrup, so their quantity of sugar is double than against the water, okay? So they hold a lot of sweetness. Some ice again, of course. We need to dilute, we need to give it a good chill here. Oopsie, go in the glass please. Right, I'm gonna use my hands. My freezer is so strong, when I take the ice out of the freezer and put it together here, all of them just stuck together. It's just drives me crazy, but it is what it is. I wish I had an ice machine in my house, but not possible. No place to put it, okay? We're gonna give it a good stir. This needs to be really nice, dilute and chilled, okay? And while I'm stirring, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, now's your chance to click the subscribe button, click the like button, leave a comment, make a note, ask a question, anything you like. Give it a good stir for around 60 revolutions, okay? Okay, for me, my mark is when the glass gets really steamy and all of the ice get wet inside. Oh man, that's just amazing. I hope you like salty drinks, because the saltiness and the sweetness here, the combination with the bourbon is just insane. Right, glass, we need a strainer. Gonna use this one. Oh, ice of course. So, gonna use one of my big large cubes of clear ice. Strain my cocktail. Perfect. And for a garnish, because we have the pandan leaf, just cut it like this. This pandan leaf, by the way, it's frozen, so I keep them frozen in the freezer. Just take it out when you need it. It's just fantastic. And we are ready, my friends. We have the wonderful salty pandan old fashioned. Cheers. Let's give it a sip. Oh ho ho. That is just insane. Now be careful, very careful with your salt. I want to mention here, because if you don't know the salt which you have, because every salt have different strength, try with little bit, okay? If you think it's just a very mild, maybe add more. You need to try your balance, and you need to find out the balance. So, like I say, if you think you're gonna have more of this, infuse your syrup with the salt. Obviously put a little bit and just increase when you know it's the best level for you. Because I know my salt, I'm using on a daily basis cooking. That is just perfect. You have the saltiness, you have the sweetness, you have the earth and grassiness from the pandan, a little hint in vanilla, and the wonderful warm kick from the bourbon. It's just unbelievable. So here you go, my friends. Both of them next to each other. One for everybody who likes to have something tropical, even it's a winter, and one of you who likes to have something different, exciting, exotic, with the saltiness a little bit, and overall, quite strange, I can say. So, have a lovely new year. I'll see you in 2023. But until then, as always, don't forget, I love you and I leave you. Bye bye.